This is proof. The lawmen are keeping an eye on your home for reasons most people never discover. What I'm about to reveal isn't speculation. It's happening right now in neighborhoods across the country. This surveillance isn't random. Your home has specific markers that have placed it on their radar. The monitoring systems are more advanced than most realize, and they're watching patterns you create without even knowing it. This isn't meant to frighten you, but to awaken you to a reality that's been hidden. The timing of you finding this message isn't coincidental. It's because you need to know. The surveillance happening around your home isn't like anything from the past. It uses technologies and methods that can track patterns, behaviors, and activities without leaving any obvious signs. What I'm about to share will open your eyes to monitoring systems that operate in plain sight. Take a moment to consider this information carefully, because your privacy and security depend on your awareness. When you discover why certain homes receive special attention, everything will suddenly connect. Those unusual occurrences around your property, the strange patterns in your online experience, the feeling of being watched. There's a reason for all of it. And knowledge is your first line of defense. Your awareness matters right now more than ever before. This information reaches you at this precise moment because you're ready to see what others miss. If you're prepared to receive this critical knowledge about home surveillance, type aware now and strengthen your commitment to protecting your privacy. Let this information sink deeply into your understanding so you can recognize the signs that have always been there. Your readiness activates your best protection, knowledge. The truth is already visible around you, but this moment will help you see it clearly. There's a system of monitoring that has expanded dramatically in recent years, a network that now reaches into ordinary neighborhoods and homes. The weight of this surveillance has been increasing without public knowledge. Law enforcement agencies have implemented programs that monitor patterns, connections, and activities far beyond what most citizens realize. But the time has come for the veil to be lifted. This isn't just about traditional surveillance. It's about new technologies that can monitor homes through methods that leave few traces. The indicators are there if you know what to look for. Unusual utility van patterns, specific types of equipment on nearby poles, certain digital disruptions in your home. The monitoring isn't universal. There are specific triggers that place some homes under closer observation than others. Like this video to spread this critical awareness to others who need this information. You're stepping into a more protected position simply by knowing what to look for. Let this moment anchor you in the power of informed vigilance. The awareness you gain isn't just for you. It creates ripples of protection throughout entire communities when shared. Knowledge shared becomes a shield for many. The methods being used aren't what most people imagine when they think of surveillance. Modern monitoring uses technologies that blend seamlessly into everyday environments. Small devices attached to utility poles can capture data from smart devices in homes within a certain radius. Specialized vans with equipment that looks ordinary can monitor patterns of communication. Digital footprints created by normal online activities trigger algorithms that flag certain homes for additional attention. The authorities have access to technologies that can detect unusual power usage, gathering patterns, or communication frequencies without ever entering your property. What makes this concerning isn't just the technology itself, but how invisible it remains to those being watched. Most people walk past these systems daily without recognizing them. The surveillance isn't targeting everyone equally. There are specific patterns, behaviors, and situations that flag certain homes for enhanced monitoring, and understanding these triggers is essential for protecting your privacy. The awareness I'm sharing isn't meant to create fear, but to empower you through knowledge. The weight of being unknowingly monitored has affected more homes than most realize, but awareness breaks that power. This moment is your step toward protection. Type CU. 777 to receive the clarity and security that comes from understanding surveillance realities. These numbers align you with protection energy and open your perception to the subtle signs that have always been present around your home. If you wish to support more revelations about surveillance systems and protection strategies, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $50. Your support helps expand this critical information to more communities. The surveillance landscape is changing faster than most realize. Systems that were once reserved for high security situations have now been deployed in ordinary neighborhoods. The authorities have expanded their monitoring capabilities while keeping the public largely unaware of these changes. They've watched and waited, implementing these systems gradually so they wouldn't draw attention. But the signs are becoming more visible to those who know what to look for. You've felt the energy of being monitored, haven't you? Those moments when technology behaves strangely, when you notice unusual vehicles lingering too long, when your online experience seems specifically tailored to conversations you've had near devices, that's because your intuition has been trying to alert you to this reality. You're more perceptive than you know, and this awareness will only make your protective instincts stronger in ways that help you maintain your privacy. Type 11 to affirm your readiness to learn the specific signs of surveillance around your home. You are stronger when informed about these indicators. The signs often appear ordinary, utility work that seems to last longer than necessary near certain homes, small devices attached to existing infrastructure that weren't there before, unusual patterns of service vehicles without clear purpose, brief power fluctuations that affect only certain devices. Digital signs include unusual delays in message delivery, battery drain patterns that don't match usage, devices responding to commands not given, or targeted advertising that seems to know conversations had only in private. These indicators aren't coincidental when they form patterns. The authorities focus on homes with specific characteristics, unusual internet usage patterns, certain types of online research, lifestyle changes that create different consumption patterns, connections to people of interest, or simply living at strategic locations near key infrastructure. Your home's position in relation to these factors determines its surveillance priority. The awareness you're gaining is light cutting through darkness. This moment of revelation is your opportunity to see what's been happening around your home. Type 11 again to strengthen your protection awareness. Let this knowledge fill every corner of your understanding and sharpen your perception. The truth about surveillance is empowering you even as you continue watching. Your commitment to awareness makes you stronger than those who remain unaware of the monitoring systems operating around them. You are not defenseless against these surveillance systems. Knowledge of their existence is your first and most powerful shield. The authorities rely on people remaining unaware of monitoring techniques, which is why this information rarely circulates in mainstream channels. To begin protecting your home, start by becoming more observant of your surroundings. Notice patterns, vehicles that appear regularly without clear purpose, unusual equipment on utility poles, or new installations near your property. Be mindful of your digital footprint as well. The words you search, the topics you discuss near devices, and the patterns of your online activity can all trigger increased attention. Building awareness isn't about paranoia. It's about mindful attention to your environment and recognizing what's normal versus what's unusual. The selection of homes for enhanced monitoring isn't random. Specific factors increase the likelihood of surveillance, and understanding these triggers helps you reduce unnecessary attention. Homes near critical infrastructure, government facilities, or transportation hubs often receive baseline monitoring, regardless of occupant behavior. Digital activities that include research on sensitive topics, unusual communication patterns, or connections to people of interest can elevate a home's monitoring priority. Sudden lifestyle changes that alter consumption patterns, energy usage, or social connections may trigger algorithmic flags in monitoring systems. Even ordinary activities like purchasing certain combinations of products, attending specific types of gatherings, or traveling to particular locations can place your home on watch lists. The authorities use pattern recognition systems that identify deviations from what they consider normal behavior. These systems don't distinguish between innocent activities and concerning ones. They simply flag patterns for human review, which is why maintaining awareness of these triggers helps you manage your privacy. Type 4 to align yourself with higher protection awareness. Each step you take after gaining this knowledge becomes more purposeful and security conscious. Trust in your ability to recognize surveillance indicators now that you know what to look for. The power of awareness transforms ordinary observation into meaningful protection. This number sequence activates your intuitive recognition of monitoring systems and helps you distinguish between coincidence and actual surveillance patterns. Your perception is becoming clearer with every moment. Protecting yourself requires both digital and physical awareness. For digital protection, be mindful of conversations near devices with microphones. Phones, smart speakers, televisions, and even some appliances can capture audio. Consider using Faraday bags for devices when having sensitive discussions. Review app permissions regularly and disable microphone and location access for apps that don't absolutely require it. For physical protection, notice and document unusual vehicles or individuals who appear repeatedly in your area. Be aware of new installations on utility poles, especially small boxes that weren't there before. Vary your routines to make pattern recognition more difficult. Connect with neighbors to share observations about unusual activities in your community. The most powerful protection comes from community awareness, when multiple people notice and document the same unusual patterns. It becomes harder for these surveillance activities to continue unquestioned. Knowledge shared becomes a collective shield. The strength of awareness multiplies when shared within trusted communities. While individual knowledge offers protection, collective awareness creates something more powerful, a network that can identify broader surveillance patterns. This isn't about creating fear, but about building informed communities. Type 888 to join the community of the aware who recognize these systems operating around them. This number sequence aligns you with others who value privacy and security. The authorities rely on isolation. Individuals who notice surveillance indicators, but dismiss them without confirmation from others. When communities share observations, patterns emerge that can't be easily dismissed. You're not alone in noticing these signs. Others in your community have seen them too, but may have remained silent, unsure if what they observed was significant. Your awareness validates theirs, creating a stronger collective understanding of surveillance realities. This revelation about home surveillance marks a turning point in your relationship with privacy and security. The knowledge you've gained transforms uncertainty into clarity, random observations into meaningful patterns. As you embrace this awareness, the feeling of being watched without understanding transforms into informed vigilance. This is your opportunity to reclaim your privacy through knowledge. Type 999 to embrace the transformation from uninformed to aware. This number sequence activates completion of your initial understanding and prepares you for continued vigilance. The awareness you now possess elevates you above fear-based reactions and into knowledge-based responses. You are stepping into your power as an informed individual. This message has reached you because you were ready to see what others miss. It's not coincidental that you found this information now. Your intuition has been preparing you to recognize these surveillance realities that have always existed around you. As you move forward with this knowledge about home surveillance, remember, That awareness itself is your strongest protection. You are never alone in this vigilance. Communities of aware individuals are growing, sharing observations and supporting each other's right to privacy. The monitoring systems will continue to evolve, but so will your ability to recognize them. Stay observant, trust your instincts when something seems unusual, and connect with others who value privacy. Your awareness creates ripples that extend far beyond your own home, contributing to a more informed society. The power always remains with those who choose to see clearly.